Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it specifically because I don't want to spread any lies.
She's just supporting everybody's belief.
She's supporting everybody's belief.
Yeah.
Now there's more.
Yeah, so you don't think a 9/11 was an inside job?
Me personally, in my opinion, yes, I do.
Why is that?
Now she's going to get down to the facts.
I mean, if you just look at the facts.
Yes,
just look at the facts.
Here she comes. Don't
look at the facts.
Don't.
No, I'm not disparaging at all.
Yes, you are.
I'm reinforcing what
you've already made it sound like it was a mitten protest.
No.
Okay, there were more
I think it was you that brought up the mittens. I just said it was unbelievably small, like the attack we're going to do on Syria.
Okay, so it was unbelievably small,
Right.
but it was bigger than just counting with mittens.
Yeah.
All right? And let me tell you something. She's not stupid. She's about
No.
She is about, you know how you start like a chainsaw? That's what she's doing right now.
She's about to cut into this situation.
You know what? If you just look at the facts, and here it goes, roaring to life.
Look at the way specifically the Twin Towers came down.
Yes.
I mean, the way that the Twin Towers were built,
The way they were built.
I don't believe it's possible that a plane crashing into it would cause it to demolish that way. It looks more like a demolition site.
Looks more like a demolition site. So there it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
And there she is.
And there she is in the crowd. We have a picture of her now in the crowd.
In the crowd. With
In the crowd.
no one around her.
Yeah.
But 9/11 Truth now.
But she
She's
is
demanding.
speaking for... She's holding that sign for all of the other people that are there.
The beliefs of everybody
The
there.
beliefs of everybody that is there. And there's no one
there
else
except her.
there. There's no one else there.
Seem to be mocking now, but you're not addressing her point, which is
not.
it looked like a demolition site.
Right.
How many times have you walked by a demolition site and seen planes crashing into the buildings to bring them down? You've seen it over and over again. Every single time they bring down a building in a city, they first crash a plane into it.
Yeah.
That's what demolition sites look like,
No.
and she's nailed that one. Come on, you didn't even fight. You couldn't even come up with anything to fight.
Well, because
that
her
one.
fact was so powerful.
So powerful.
There's nowhere you can go with that. I mean, it looked like a demolition site. It must have been one.
It looked like one, except for
yeah.
unless you
Unless you consider the planes that did fly into the building.
Right. And that are
causing
but
the
she doesn't-
structure to
but no,
superheat.
you're forgetting the fact
Maybe these
that
people
she
forgot
brings
about
out
Building
here, and
7. No plane hit that.
She throws it right out onto the
does.
pile. And
Win,
she
Beck,
does
you
cut
piece of
this log
shit.
down.
Mm-hmm.
She says,
Fake patriot
and
trading
if I may
scumbag punk.
quote, she doesn't think a plane could do that.
You are a
end
student
quote.
of Cal Sunstein,
I mean, what more do
fucking
you need?
liar.
You know what I mean? If she doesn't think it,
She is not.
know?
She doesn't want to spread lies, but she's speaking for all the people, or holding the sign for all the people.
Popular Mechanics thinks it, but they work for the CIA,
Yeah.
as we
Right.
found out later.
I can tell
They
you guys
work for the
are
CIA.
mocking, and this is typical of what you people do. You already said there was nobody else in this picture, and if you looked at the picture, in the back right corner, a person
there is a
appears
person
to be
walking
by.
Could you highlight, zoom in on that, please? Highlight on that. And that is,
Yeah.
That's almost
I
like
didn't-
the Zapruder film or whatever,
Yeah.
where well, not
What?
the Zapruder film, but the film that showed Sasquatch walking by.
sorry, I've got
That was actually some of Zapruder's lesser known work.
Yes.
He was the cameraman on the Sasquatch video. People don't realize that.
No, they don't.
Until now. Until now.
No.
Can I ask you a question? Have you ever seen Sasquatch wearing mittens?
No.
No, not
No, I haven't.
once. And we don't know how many Sasquatch
Do we
showed
know
up to the
where Sasquatch was on 9/11?
We
I don't think so.
We don't.
I don't think so.
We don't.
So
I would like to ask the Stew Show to see if they can find a Sasquatch in any of the 9/11 videos.
The Wonderful
Where the
World of
dust
Stew.
where the dust is coming down, if we could see, if we could find Sasquatch walking down that street.
We could do an investigation if that's what you're...
Because there's a possibility you should do an investigation. I'm not saying that you could get it or you would never manufacture something
Well,
like
look
that.
at this. Think about this. Remember when we found Sasquatch at the Boston bombing?
Yes. Boston bombing,
on
yeah.
the roof. Remember that?
That's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
And the lizard guy.
And the lizard guy.
The lizard guy from that's actually one of the
Secret Service agents.
Service agents for the president.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing these things out. Now, I don't want to spread lies.
No, of course not.
But you're holding a sign saying that lizard people did it. The lizard people in Sasquatch
I'm just holding the sign to express support for all the people who are currently standing behind me.
I've never heard one of these rocket scientists clearly explain how the World Trade Center towers were demolished. Because it wasn't, okay, and we all are starting to come around to the fact, right, that it was an inside job. It was a demolition job. Somehow they planted this thing, all the
the ones that
explosives in the building.
The ones that could actually make a case, and I don't think you could make a case, but the ones that that you could say, okay, now wait a minute, hang on, just tell me more.
Yeah,
would be the ones that are just focusing on World Trade Center number 7.
Yeah, just tell me how. Just tell me how they planted the explosives.
I'm not saying that. I don't believe
that's true.
That is true.
But it's
when you have two airliners burning inside of a building, and you understand anything about jet fuel, heat, and
steel,
which
which doesn't melt. We heard from Rosie O'Donnell. She may have been wrong on that. Based on how steel is formed.
Excuse me. Steel, we all know that steel is formed in the mountains.
Okay.
You dig, and that's why buildings are so, that's why this replacement is so expensive. We can't find the right-sized beams in the sides of a mountain.
Okay.
We've used them all.
Wow. Wow.
It's so, and it's like,
but really, I'd love to hear, how did they demolish a fully occupied building? And how did they plant the explosives in that building to bring it down and implode it? How did they, I mean, are they that stealthy that between, midnight and 6 in the morning, they quickly put all the explosives strategically in the building to bring it down, and then remodeled the walls so that nobody could see the explosives once they were there?
You don't need the walls.
You don't need new walls?
What
about the workers who are going to be working in those offices?
Have you not watched Mission Impossible ever?
I have. Yes, I have.
You see what they do?
Yeah. I've never seen them implode a building, but...
You don't think they could? You don't think Tom Cruise... Has anybody checked where Tom Cruise was? Where was Tom Cruise? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he was stopping a robbery in some place in London.
I bet you anything, he was pretending to be somebody else.
Exactly right. Sasquatch.
Really short Sasquatch in this particular case.
Has anybody noticed that Sasquatch... We always thought he was way in the distance. He was actually right behind the person, but he's only 5'4". It's weird. We just thought he was really super huge and walking way behind the person in the camera, but it's not. He's very, very short.
I never understood, too, with the 9/11 truther thing, what was the point of the planes? Like, you're going to detonate a building and bring it to the ground. This is a building that has already previously been attacked by bombs inside the building. So it would be really understandable, and people would certainly go along with this massive ruse if you just exploded the building.
Truck bomb or something. Wouldn't that be easier?
Yeah, it wouldn't. No. It wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't. You'd still go with the planes thing.
How are you going to... You know that there's no...
We know that there's no...
I'm just holding the sign here for others.
Oh, so you don't...
You're just representing everybody else's
beliefs behind me. But what I really believe myself is I'd just ask you this question. How are you going to frame the Islamic world without having...
I think you could do it with a truck bomb.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Of course not.
Oh. Well, we did in 93. Why couldn't we do it
not
in 2001?
That's not the same.
I also like just to go on this for a moment, I like the idea that we go and we do all this stuff because we want to go to war in Iraq. Remember, that was the big sell at the time. This is a country that has a Nobel Peace Prize winning president that is going to war over something that he admits is not at all a threat to us. You don't need this crap to get us into war. We'll go.
Yeah.
We're in. We are in.
No.
Oh, no?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Darn it. I thought I had that one.
If you would have done it with the car bomb, you wouldn't have had the Department of Homeland Security, and you wouldn't be able to have all the people in all of the airports all across the nation. And that is true.
Wait, so
we had to have the TSA
that's actually
as well.
True. You wouldn't have had the TSA. You wouldn't have had the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's true. But that has nothing to do with why they say it was done, right? I mean, they said it was done so we could go to war in Iraq, or to hide something from Halliburton, I believe, was another one of the, or Enron. Wasn't it Enron? There was Enron files in the nearby buildings, so they smashed 2 planes into the nearby other buildings. Obviously, that's what you're going to do. I mean, if you got files in a building, you're not going to go steal the files. You're going to crash 2 planes into adjacent buildings, so they collapse.
That's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. They're saying
no.
Aren't they saying that they just used that? Aren't they saying that they just used that opportunity?
Look, the bottom line with 9/11 truthers, and you see this with this woman who has no idea what she's talking about, is when you come up with the facts about one of the theories, it goes to another theory.
Okay, but let me be frank here with you. It doesn't sound like
extremely true.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like you really know their theory.
Right. No, I do. I've heard many of them. But one of them was because there were Enron files and computers and servers
in Building 7.
Building 7.
Right. And because that was an FBI facility, or there were FBI offices there. Right. And also there were hoarding Enron
That one
secrets.
I don't believe at all. But that one is, let's take advantage of a situation. And that one you could actually sell to some sane people if you had any kind of
because that building collapsed as well, and their theory is...
At 5 o'clock.
The other 210-story towers across the street shouldn't have affected it. I know. Those collapsed into the ground shouldn't have affected that one at all.
Well, why is that the only one that was affected?
Right.
They weren't. They had all sorts of repairs all over that area.
They had to shore up everything in the area.
Massive repairs and buildings closing for years. Yes, it's the most ridiculous.
Not collapsed.
Because what people don't know about that area, it was all built on one of those super spring mattresses where you can have the glass of wine on one part of it and jump up and down on the other, and it doesn't spill the glass of wine.
That's what Building 7 was built on.
Yes. It shouldn't have been disrupted at all.
And here it is. You've said too much. You've just exposed it.
Oh, no.
You just exposed it. You have been a shill. Do you remember when they actually said that I was...
Oh, when they said?
They're
saying somebody is typing it right now.
I'm fucking saying it right now.
I love this when they said that I was, this is when I was at CNN, that where did this Glenn Beck guy come from? He just appeared out of nowhere. And he is the CIA operative that was in charge. I was the Cass Sunstein. They're not worried about Cass Sunstein.
No, they're not.
I'm the Cass Sunstein of 9/11, that I was the one that orchestrated the media coverage.
Yep. Because, seriously, if a government wanted to make sure that they were influencing the media, wouldn't you pick a guy like Glenn Beck? Wouldn't he be your number one target to successfully manipulate the media?
He's our go-to guy. And then you can say, no, that guy's not a part of us. We hate him.
Right. See? It works so well.
It's brilliant.
It certainly didn't have nothing to do with having a number one radio show at the time.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. The guy that plays that role in the movie they end up killing him. Or do they?
So that's